Here we go.
All right, thank you guys for joining us. We're joining by coach and all 4 of our seniors. So once again, raise your hand calling you to answer questions, and we'll start with an opening statement from coach.
A great opportunity this weekend to be able to, put ourselves in seeding position for the SEC tournament, continue to build our NCAA tournament seeding, and on top of that, just get to celebrate these 4 amazing young ladies. It's really, really interesting because we just played 2 games, and we had 2 senior day games where the entire body of folks around the program stepped up, and I know that I'm going to do everything I can to send them out with a win on Sunday, because the wins and the impacts on and off the floor, Hannah and Meg, I'll get emotional, but over half my tenure, and probably 7 years of it just from the recruiting process, I think about them as juniors in high school, and even with her, I think I saw her since she was a freshman. So, the majority of my time at Alabama, and then for Jada to come in and impact, and then Brittany impact, it's just a really special group. I always say, they're very talented on the floor, but they're even more impactful as people. And the way they have led with their character and their integrity. I was thinking about this, I'm not sure I've ever really had to say anything to any of them about go to class, why weren't you in study hall, why did you make this decision off the floor, why do you not have your shirt tail tucked in, why are you not where you're supposed to be. They are always doing what they're supposed to be doing. So it's a credit to them, their families, incredible people. And I had to print this out because it's so incredible that I can't memorize it all. And maybe that's just my memorization skills, but when you look at the 4, they're going to leave here with 2 degrees. Jada has a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, a Master of Public Administration in Political Science that she'll end with. Meg, a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and a double major in Finance and Economics. And her Master of Arts in Business and major is Management, and concentration is Entrepreneurship. Brittany, a Bachelor of Science in Human Environmental Science, a Master of Science, and a major in Hospitality Management, and a concentration in Sport Hospitality. And then Hannah, a Bachelor of Science in Education, a major in Exercise Science, and a Master of Science in Business, and the major is Marketing. At the end of the day, that is amazing. So not only have they impacted from an academic standpoint, but just again, on the floor, the wins, the moments, what they fought through COVID, how they came back and believed. All 4 of these kids could have left us a year ago and didn't, and they believe in Alabama in the front of their chest like none other, and I'm really proud to be their coach. So, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure we put them in a position to get that 4th seed in the NCAA tournament. They have done first, they continue to do first, and we want to do one more first that hadn't been done at Alabama in a long time, because they've helped our program arrive.
This is for the seniors. I guess you too, Kristy. But in the 5 years you've been here, as she mentioned, there's been a lot of first NCAA tournaments since the 90s this year, first winning season in conference play, and 21 season since the 90s. This would be the first for your best finish in the conference since also the 90s. What does it mean just to be part of this revitalization of Alabama women's basketball?
It means everything. That's why we came to Alabama. Coach Curry came to us with a vision as recruits or when you were in the portal, and it was a vision that we fully believed in, and I think that this is just part of seeing that vision come to life.
Jada, 3rd all time for blocks in the season. How does it feel to kind of have that record in a short year, but you also in 2 short years at Alabama?
I had no idea I was doing that until Brittany texted me and was like, "Girl, you about to break a record?" I was like, "What?" So I just think it's amazing to know that I've had an impact at this school as much as I have.
Well,
Coach, obviously these players around you have been very important to this program. Can you talk about the focus that a day like senior day adds to the rest of the team as you really want to send them out with a win?
Yeah, I think it's important that we celebrate, that we recognize and go out and finish and play hard and play strong, correct some areas that we need to correct. And, it's a lot that we're playing for, but more importantly, our effort and energy needs to correlate with the effort and energy that these kiddos have given to the program. you know, on and off the floor, and then the community, their community service. I mean, what they've done on our campus, these two with Project ID and SAC and all the different, you know, impact they've had and all the different, you know, advisory committees and everything they've done and what Britt's done. It's just been special. So everything they've done has been right. We need to compete right on Sunday for them.
Ashley.
Hannah, we talked this summer about the goals and you decided to return to Alabama this season. Can you just talk about what the season has been like for you, knowing that you wanted to make a great impact and take Alabama to new heights, and what you've done this season so far?
Yeah, for sure. That was the main reason why I wanted to come back, to have another opportunity to play for Coach, to compete with them, and it's been everything that I could have asked for and then some. To continue to build on what we've tried to do the entire time that we've been here. It's been really special to do that this year.
Mason.
Brittany, your career kind of speaks for itself at Alabama. You're probably one of the best players in program history. What do you think about when you think about you have that distinction next to your name that your career is over?
Well, I would say that it's been a long journey for me, and I've enjoyed the ride and enjoyed the coaches, my teammates, and just happy to be a part of the university.
Maxwell.
This remained obviously through, you know, injuries. It may not have been the senior year you wanted, but you, in every conversation we've had, you always team first. Kind of just as a team, maybe having to take a step back. What has this season meant to you?
It means a lot, really, to be a part of something special like this team. I mean, I swear I feel like I've had the weirdest injuries, and I think that I've handled adversity well, and really just to be a role player, kind of know my part in this team and help them win is really been my mentality, and that's kind of all what my focus has been. And you know, I love this team, and I just want to help them win.
Mason.
Meg, and this is of course the question that also goes to your players. When you look back on your career at Alabama, especially when you first came in as a freshman, what is one thing or anything that you would tell your freshman self after what you learned through all this time?
Cut yourself some slack. You know, you get to college and you're nervous, and I feel like a lot of people, I mean, I feel like we've all experienced it. I've said, enjoy your college years, you know, it goes by quick, and we're like, okay. And I feel like I blinked and then like, oh my gosh, this is my last game in Coleman Coliseum. So really just to kind of stay the course. Preparation is important. I kind of learned that the hard way my freshman year, kind of battling injuries, and I had to step up. So those are just kind of some of the things that, you know, I've learned through the years.
Jada, coming into this program, you've accomplished a lot here, but can you talk about what your three teammates sitting here have meant to you as you came into this program and you've been able to play as well as you have?
Oh my gosh, they're the reason that, you know, it makes everything just more fun and more, just means more with them. I think watching each and every one of them accomplish what they've accomplished, like Meg has been through so much, especially this season, and just watching her be the teammate that she is, like, it just makes me want to go out there and do it for them. Hannah's been leading on and off the court with her voice and how she carries herself and carries this team. And Britt, of course, like you said, her career speaks for itself. Like, these three ladies right here, I wouldn't want to do it with anyone else.
Coach, you talked about it a little bit in your opening statement, but can you talk a little bit more about what these four have impacted you as a coach and also as a leader of a team, of a program team?
You know, gosh, in a lot of ways, the one thing that I've always tried to do is ask their thoughts and give them input, and it's not always, you know, what you want to hear, but I think that I trust them so much. It's taught me, you know, a different level of understanding that you have to be a good listener, and you might not always be doing things that you need to be doing. So I just appreciate their always being honest, their input. I respect all four of them. And just really value. I mean, they just, you know, they always want to tell you what you want to hear, but they'll tell you the truth just like I would with them. So there's that mutual respect of me just trying to listen and me being as good a coach as I can be for the entire program. It might be just something as simple as, hey, what do you think we ought to eat? Or, hey, let's not do that again. We need to go eat here. Or, you know, let's not wear this again. Or let's do this or let's do that. Or, hey, what's going on? What can we do better as a staff? You know, and I think at the end of the day, I'm always going to them and trying to get them to understand, you know, it's the communication. So I've appreciated their communication, but they're really special to me. Obviously, what we've done at Alabama so much is because of the four sitting here. You know, they really have ascended the program, and it's been unbelievable to watch. And not only on the floor, but just the little moments off the floor. You know, they are going to be so successful, and it's a pretty special group. It's going to be hard for me. I don't want to be sad because I know we have a lot more basketball to play, and so I think that's the joy. You know, this could be ending a lot differently, but because of the four people sitting here, they've got a really special opportunity on Sunday, another season with the SEC tourney, and another postseason. So we're going to finish it as strong as we can for them.
You kind of talk about Sunday. Obviously, you want to honor them.
Yeah.
But it's an important game. Kind of, can you talk about one, how you're going to make sure everyone is focused on that and not, you know, honoring your seniors, but also what are some of the challenges that Ole Miss brings?
Yeah, I mean, I trust them. Like I just said, our communication. We know that, you know, we know at the end of the day the maturity and the poise and the character that this group has. I don't think they'll be distracted. I think it will add fuel and motivation. So I think we will, you know, on the script with that, not allow it to affect us in a negative way, but in a positive way. And hopefully their team will rally around them. But at the end of the day, you know, Ole Miss presents a lot of problems. I think they're playing really good basketball. You know, from the ability to take care of the basketball, we did a good job of that. You know, on the road at Ole Miss, we've got to limit their second chance points on the offensive glass. So turnovers and second chance points are something that last night we didn't do very well. And I think that we have to improve those two areas, and then we cannot put them on the free throw line. You know, we look at a lot of numbers and a lot of different things that go into a couple of things that we do from an analytical standpoint. And 35 times last night, you're not going to beat anybody. So I think the ability to be disciplined defensively without the foul and get stops, and you know, finish again possessions to allow our transition game to get going. So got to defend the boards, got to keep them off the free throw line, and got to take care of the ball because those are free possessions.
Just a question for any of the players. Obviously, you know, there's way more than basketball at this moment when discussing your careers, but anything a student athlete will probably want is to end their career as a winner. So the idea that the opportunity as an ACC tournament champion, and potentially even an NCAA, you know, tournament D run a championship with that, what does it mean that you have the chance to end your careers as a winner, as a champion?
I'd say it kind of like when we came in, it was the mindset of like leave it better than how you found it, and I think that's kind of the mindset that, you know, we have, and, you know, kind of gonna instill in the rest of the team that we can still do all the things that we set out to do if we stay together and play together and kind of stay the course. So I think that's just the biggest thing is remembering to leave the university and this program better than how we came in.
Coach, just back on the Ole Miss game for a quick second. You talked in after the Mississippi State, or excuse me, the Florida game, about just resetting. How have you? I know it's not even 24 hours since the game's over, but how have you maybe seen that from your team so far?
Yeah, I mean, we have a midnight rule. You know, win or lose, happy or sad, we hit the reset button, and that's just part of our culture and who we are. You know, that's real life. There are going to be things that happen that you have to focus on what you can control, and it's looking forward to the opportunity. You know, you win at Florida, you still got to beat Ole Miss to get the 4 seed. I mean, we didn't win at Florida. We still have to beat Ole Miss to get the 4 seed. So everything is right in front of us. I mean, I think we all just look at the positive, and what we can control now is to learn. You know, what you can do from a loss is to learn, and it's a learning opportunity. Those first 2 words, you know, LO and loss is learning opportunity. So that's how this team will approach it. We've been there and done this before, so this is really nothing new. This group continues to overcome and step up when the time is right. So, you know, again, Ole Miss is playing great. We respect them. Huge win in Oxford, but we want to make sure that we finish our SEC schedule regardless of who we play Sunday. It's only our 3rd home Sunday game. That is wild to me that we've only had 3 Sunday home games, and what this group has done on the Sunday away games, and then the opportunity to be home on Sunday, it wouldn't matter who we're playing. We just want to take care of and play Bama ball the way it needs to be played.
Another question for any of the players. This question I know can kind of get mixed answers, but looking back on your careers, is there anything that you would change?
I think it's easy to think back on, oh, I wish I would have done that or I would have done this, but it's all unfolded how it was supposed to. And overall, I would say that it's really turned out better than I could have scripted or imagined or put together on my own. So I guess to answer your question, no. But again, through those things, we've learned a lot and we've continued to grow and continued to get better. And I think that's something that we'll carry with us.
Okay, I'll finish as well.
Also, for any of the players, do you have anything to share with, maybe you have Carly, who's a true freshman, strong recruiting class coming in, the players that are going to come after you about what the experience of this program is and what all there is to be a part of and how it's been a big part of your life?
It's the best decision that you'll ever make.
All right. Thank you guys.
Thank y'all.